Last year at Thanksgiving, I didn't expect to be here this year. And I really give thanks that I'm here. And I feel great. So all of you can eat in a relaxed fashion. Thanksgiving has turned into a very special holiday for our family. And thanks to Siri, who I have a relationship with, I found out that Thanksgiving is only celebrated primarily in the United States and Canada, but interestingly enough is also celebrated in Liberia, our provinces, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, of course, is a state, and in the Norfolk Island. And I had no idea what Norfolk Island was, but Norfolk Island is close to Australia, and happens to be the location where the mutineers on the Bounty made their home and landfall. And in their being British subjects, even though they were sailors, my sister says I should lower the microphone. Is that better?
Yes.
Carol, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The mutineers settled on that island. And I guess all of us who have gardening tendencies know about the Norfolk pine. That's where the Norfolk pine originated. They sent it all over the world because of its being the island's only commodity for export. We had an American consul there, and that's how Thanksgiving got to Norfolk Island. I have to say that for us, it's a very special day because it gives us a chance to be with our own children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. Would you tell me? Tell me how Thanksgiving is made. How? How was Thanksgiving made?
Don't get shy now.
Well, tell me then, and I'll tell everybody else. How? Right. Miley just explained to me how the first Thanksgiving was. And as you know, the Plymouth was all off course. It should have been in Virginia, but because of bad weather and storms, they ended up in Plymouth, Mass. Otherwise, New England would have been Virginia and Richmond, where a very important event has taken place yesterday. Allie's sister Melissa just gave birth to twins. Two girls, Sydney and Zoe. Everybody in the family, including the in-laws, are doing well. And so it's a special day of thanks for that family. I mentioned that we have all generations here, but we also have friends, we have extended family, and we have neighbors. And to those, we give thanks for the part they play in our life, which makes us happier than I can tell you. In the event that you enjoyed the food, I need you to say thanks to Myra, to Janet, to Michelle, Melissa, Heather, and Leela and Lily. And now Seth didn't do the serving. Seth made the turkeys. And I gotta tell you, the turkeys this year were delicious. Good job. And so was the Caesar salad. And the drink table, we do have a special bar staff, George and Jane. I don't know where you're sitting, but thank you. So it's a lot of thanks. I have two more things that I wanted to say, and then we can go, not being over. two more things that I wanted to say, and then I wanted to order. What should I do, Marilyn? Lower the microphone. Raise it for Carol and lower it for Marilyn. I'm vibrating? Okay. I'll do the electronics the best I can. But I mentioned the Plymouth episode and the landing of the Pilgrims. How many, with a show of hands, how many of you watch the television program called Roots on WLRN? Anybody watch Roots? I love Roots. It's done, Professor Gates from Harvard runs it. And the last episode was doing Sally Field. And Sally Field's genealogy took her back to the Plymouth and to the Mayflower. William Bradford was a relative of Sally Field, and he became the governor of the first colony. And the reason I mention it is that Carol and I don't like to be idle, and we're almost finished with an article about a picture we found made by Tiffany in the late 1800s, and which is inscribed on its base to Frederica Belmont from Louisa Howland, and the date September 18th, 1877. Carol jokingly said when she saw the inscription, she said, "You think this could have belonged to the Belmont family?" So we researched it, and on that date, Frederica, in Google, on September 18th, Frederica Belmont, the daughter of August Belmont, was married, and this was one of her wedding presents. The reason I mention it is that she married a man named Samuel Howard. And if you trace his genealogy, it goes back to the Plymouth also. Samuel Howard was on the Mayflower, but was an indentured servant to William Bradford. So Sally Field, Professor Gates, we're all related. And lastly, I wanted to just do one thing which, I almost forgot. Today is November 27th. And it's a special day in our family because in 1924, Margot, who's doing a family tree, and with her family, found out a giant family tree. And when you look at it, you'll see that Sylvia and Joe Rose were married on November 27th, Thursday, in 1924.
90 years ago today.
90 years ago. But Barbara Sussman was also married on November 27th. And she's got a picture with us, so you'll see a family photo that she took when her daughter was married. So as I say, we're all related one way or another. And the last thing I'm going to do, Seth, would you help me with the music?
Yeah, but have them, if it wasn't for that 90 years ago today, raise your hand if you wouldn't exist.
That's true.
That's right.
Who's responsible? Joe and Sylvia Rose were responsible. How many people at the table? Wow. Keep going. Keep going.
Plus all the grandkids.
Yeah. I want to just say one more thing. One more thing. Joe Rose, you'd have to have seen and known him as a person. He came here when he was 13 and was so grateful to the United States for the safety of living here and what it offered him. Came from Russia, and when he got here, supported his family until he was able to succeed in business. But taxes were something he loved to pay. I know everybody here looks for tax loopholes, for tax special changes. Joe felt he was so grateful to the country that he would have stood on line to pay his taxes. So in line with that, and how I feel, aside from our health issues, is Vietnam, there's Iraq, there's Afghanistan, there's Iran, Israel's in trouble. In spite of this happening all over the world, we are an amazing country, and it's left all of us with a very wonderful life. So what I'd like everybody to do, Seth, can you help me with it?
We're ready.
Everybody hold hands if you're sitting next to somebody. And we're going to sing God, I'm not going to sing, but Kay Smith's going to sing God Bless America.
And guide her. Wait, where's us?